Every month it plays out almost the same way. You open your bank app, you scroll through the charges, and there it is again. The one number you can't avoid. Your rent went up. The apartment didn't change. The building didn't change. The brick, the mortar, the roof, they are exactly as they were yesterday. The street looks exactly the same. No renovation. No upgrade. No new amenities to justify the jump. You still use the same kitchen. You still park in the same place. You still pass the same hallway every single day. The elevator is the same. The laundry room is the same. Even the neighbors are the same. And yet, the number did. At first it feels small. Just a little higher. Maybe manageable if you cut back somewhere else. But then, you notice something else. Your grocery bill is slightly heavier. Your insurance renewal adjusts upward. Utilities creep a little higher. Individually, none of it looks dramatic. But together, it changes how your entire month feels. It changes the way you breathe when you look at your balance. The natural reaction is simple. We look for someone to blame. Landlords are just greedy. Or maybe, demand in my area is out of control. That feels logical. Rent seems like a local decision, something set inside a single building, between a tenant and a property owner. A simple transaction of power. But imagine something you usually don't see. Something happening behind the office doors of the person who owns your home. The owner of that apartment also has a monthly payment. Most rental properties aren't owned outright. They aren't sitting on a pile of gold. They are financed. There's a loan attached to the building. And that loan has a price. Not the price of the bricks, but the price of the money used to buy them. Now picture this. A few years ago, the owner refinanced the property. Payments were manageable. Holding the apartment made sense. Keeping rent stable was possible. Vacancies were acceptable because the pressure was low. Repairs could be scheduled calmly. The business felt predictable. Then, time passed. The loan reset. Or refinancing became necessary. But this time, the monthly payment was higher. Not because the building improved, not because it became more valuable, but because borrowing money now costs more than it used to. The owner faces a choice they never wanted to make. Absorb the cost personally and lose money, delay essential maintenance, or adjust the rent. None of these choices feel dramatic from the outside. But they accumulate. They pile up. The apartment didn't change. But the cost of carrying it did. And this doesn't happen to just one property. It happens across many buildings, many neighborhoods, often at the exact same time. Because something else moved first. The price of borrowed money changed. When borrowing is cheap, projects are easy to justify. Developers build more units. Investors accept smaller monthly returns. Owners can tolerate lower rent increases because the financing pressure is light. More buildings appear. Vacancies exist. Tenants have options. There is room to breathe. But when borrowing becomes expensive, decisions shift. New construction slows down. Projects get delayed. Some properties get sold. And fewer new apartments enter the market. Now, another effect appears. A second wave. At the same time loans become harder for property owners, they also become harder for buyers. For people just like you. Monthly mortgage payments rise. Qualifying becomes more difficult. Down payments stretch further. Some people who plan to buy their first home remain renters longer. They have no choice. So two things happen together. Fewer new homes get built, and more people stay in the rental market. Supply tightens. Demand holds steady, or increases. And then, rent responds. Not because every landlord suddenly decided to be cruel, but because the financial conditions underneath housing, the very foundation of the market, changed. Housing isn't just walls and floors. It's supported by financing. And financing has a price. When that price rises, the effects move outward, from banks, to owners, to tenants. Like a ripple in a dark pond. You don't need to take a loan to feel it. You just need to live somewhere. So when your renewal notice arrives and you think, the apartment didn't change, you're right. You are absolutely right. What changed was the cost of the money supporting it. And once that shifts, the adjustment slowly travels through the system, until it reaches the most visible place of all. The number you pay each month.